Hello and welcome to either Biology A, Biology B, or Chemistry for Trimester 2 with A2 Virtual using Edgenuity. This orientation covers all three of those courses. My name is Mr. Marino. I'm looking forward to working with you this trimester. First of all, let's talk about what we're going to talk about here in the orientation. First, how to get a hold of me. Schoology and Edgenuity, it's where you'll be spending a lot of your time in Edgenuity for sure, so we'll talk about that and how to figure out what your grade is. Before we get too far, I do want to talk about one thing, which is the fact that on your Schoology page, you will find a orientation folder, and in that orientation folder is orientation quiz. You may want to open that quiz and have it open while you're watching this orientation because I am making sure that that quiz, those questions are in the exact order that I talk about them in this orientation. So if you have that quiz open, it'll help you to, you can just go ahead and take that quiz while you're watching the orientation. That way you don't have to come back and try to figure out where everything is. It's up to you, but I just thought that might be a good idea. Email is the best way to contact me. Don't wait. If you have a question about anything, please let me know. I'm more than willing to answer your questions. In fact, I will return your emails within 24 hours. That 24 hours does apply to Monday through Friday. If you email me on a Friday, I'll get back to you on the next Monday. If you email me right before a vacation, then I'll get back to you when we get back from vacation. When you do email me, make sure that you include what class you're in and the particular assignment that you're talking about. If you just email me with like, hey, I have a question about the quiz, the problem is that I have different classes with students, and I also have students that are all over the place with pacing, and so I'm not sure what the quiz is unless you tell me exactly what quiz it is. So just make sure you put that information in there, and we'll be all good. Okay. Talking about Schoology and Edgenuity. So let's jump back over to Schoology again. You'll notice that as we go through this, I'm on the Biology A Edgenuity page, or Schoology page, sorry. That doesn't matter. It's the same for Biology A, Biology B, Chemistry, pretty much the same information on each one. So you'll see the welcome slide here. This is where you'll go if you ever need to get a hold of my email, right there. If you ever need to text me or call me, there's my phone number. I do have office hours on Wednesdays from 1 to 2 p.m. These are drop-in. You do not need to schedule an appointment to do so. Here is the link for that. It's on Zoom, so if you ever want to talk to me on Wednesday in between 1 and 2 p.m., just go ahead and jump on that Zoom link there, and I will be there. If you need to set up a time to meet with me outside of that time, email me, and we'll see what we can do. Next is the weekly announcements. The weekly announcements will be updated every Monday, or if there's a vacation on a Monday, then on Tuesday, but they'll be updated at the beginning of the week. This here has all the stuff that you should be doing right now. You should have seen that in the email that I've sent you. You should be good. All right. I'll let you read that yourself. In the orientation folder then, here is this general student orientation. You probably have already found this folder because you're watching the video right now. This general student orientation is for all of A2 Virtual. It'll be the same general student orientation that you'll see in your other courses if you have other courses with A2 Virtual. So if you've already watched it for another teacher, you don't necessarily need to look at that slideshow again for me. Just make sure you've at least looked at it once. Good, cool. Then you have the quiz. The quiz is worth 10 points. There's 10 points on the quiz, but also besides that, it is worth 1% of your final grade. So it can boost your grade a little bit, but I would go ahead and take that. And you can take it as many times as you want until you get yourself whatever score that you want on it. Okay, so I would encourage you to do that. Next is the weekly attendance folder. You have to do attendance assignment once a week on Wednesdays. Those will be posted on Wednesday morning. Right now, you won't see this in yours because I haven't had it published yet, but on Wednesday, November 30th, the week 1 attendance will be there. It's just a quick set of questions that you have to answer. Shouldn't take you really, if you're taking more than 3 or 4 minutes to do your attendance, then you're taking too long. So I would, just get it done as quick as you can on Wednesdays. Please do it on Wednesdays. Don't wait. Get that taken care of then. So it's every Wednesday that you should be taking care of that. Next is the folder called Pacing Guide Syllabus and How to Submit Your Work. Okay, so the pacing guide. The pacing guide, we don't actually have a pacing guide for this course in Schoology because of the fact that the Edgenuity itself has the pacing guide, right? When you first log into Edgenuity, you'll see a bunch of dates on the left-hand side. and then you'll see assignments that are attached to those dates. That's what you should keep with, right? Try to keep up with that. In fact, let's talk about real quick how much time you should be working on this course every day. With it being a trimester course, you should be trying to work every school day that we have. You should be putting in at least an hour and a half of work on this course, okay? That will keep you, hopefully will keep you on pace. In fact, I really suggest that you make a schedule for when you're going to do that, right? If you are working as this is a course that you're taking as a replacement for an hour, so if you have an hour in school and you're just going down the media center, awesome, just make sure you're using that time. But if you're working from home on this, I would make sure that you set up a schedule every day of exactly what time you're going to work on it. Otherwise, it'll be too easy for you to just kind of put it off and not get to it. The next thing is the syllabus here. Oh, and the other thing too, in Edgenuity, if you can't find the due dates on the left-hand side, there's also in the upper right-hand corner, there's a thing called the course report. That also has all the due dates. Syllabus. Trimester 2 biology syllabus is going to be very similar for chemistry and for biology A and B, but I just want to point out a couple of things real quick. Okay. First of all, the retake policy. This is really the only one we're going to hit too much. The retake policy. You can retake or redo up to 3 tasks from the course. You have to finish the course first except for the exam. So you do everything except for the exam. So what I'm suggesting is that, in fact, we'll get to that in a second, but those 3 tasks, you have to have done worse than 70% on them in order to retake them. You can't retake the final exam. You must let me know by Tuesday, March the 7th, that you want to retake those, okay? And then I will let you know, yeah, you can retake them or whatever, and then you'll do that. Now, this is a good time to talk about the end of the trimester. It is highly suggested that you get all of your work done by Tuesday, March the 7th, the coursework, not the exam, but the coursework itself, okay? That is because Wednesday, March 8th through Friday, March 10th is when the trimester exams are, right? That's when if you're attending school at Skyline, you'd be taking your exams during 8th through the 10th. So I'm highly suggesting you get all that work done by the 7th so that you can concentrate on your exams on the 8th through the 10th. And then by the 10th at 11:59 p.m. for your A2 virtual course, this course, you will need to have everything completed. That's including the exam. I will at midnight, and I know this sounds, kind of crazy, but it actually is. It's better for you and it's better for me if we do it this way. I will stay up till midnight on March 10th, and I will shut the courses so that you don't have access to them after midnight. So just make sure that you get everything done, work and exam. Everything's taken care of by 11:59 p.m. on March the 10th. Okay? All right. Academic honesty and dishonesty and plagiarism. You should read that. Just make sure that you, are giving credit where credit is due if you're doing stuff. If you're getting information from elsewhere outside of Edgenuity. Really, everything you need to know for the questions and stuff, you should be able to find the information in Edgenuity. But if you ever need to go outside of that, just make sure that you let me know where you got that information from. Okay? One thing to keep in mind is that this year you have to have, so for this trimester too, you have to have at least one test from every online course proctored. All right. And so that would include this course that you're taking. That will be your final exam. Whether you're in biology A, biology B, or chemistry, your final exam will be proctored. What does proctoring mean? Proctored just means that you have to take it in the presence of a teacher. That can be me. That can be another teacher from A2 Virtual. I will be sending out an email with more information about your options for getting these tests proctored, probably within the first or second week of the trimester. So just be looking for that email. Content and assignments, once again, this folder's empty because all of your content and assignments is in Edgenuity, and you'll go from there, okay? If you ever need to contact anybody, if you ever need tech support, if you need to contact any of the principal or the counselor or office professional at A2 Virtual, all that information is on this slide. Here's just some policies and forms for you. If you ever need, any of this stuff, just, here's a place for you to get that from. All right. Guys, I think that takes care of everything. I'm going to look at my checklist to make sure that I've told you everything. But other than that, I think we're good. And I'm looking forward to working with you. Have a good day, and let's make this a good trimester.